Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So for today's video we have our top 50 comic books in my collection. It's going to be a mix of personal value and monetary value. Pretty much like 25. It's going to be split up into 25 like more current issues, and I guess like the last 25 are going to be bigger banger keys. So yeah, we're going to start off with this stack right here, and I'll go get the other stack later. So we're going to start off here with Absolute Carnage, issue number 1. This is more of a personal value because right here it's signed by Donny Cates, who I met at a con a couple of years ago, and yeah, he's a pretty cool guy. I got a Cosmic Ghost Rider pin from him, but yeah, he's pretty cool. Next up we have Amazing Spider-Man issue number 10 by Dan Slott, part of the Spider-Verse little miniseries. First appearance of Spider-Punk, so that's pretty sweet right there. Very, very cool. Next up we have Superior Spider-Man issue number 1. This is more of a personal value as well because it is signed by Dan Slott right here, and it's also signed by Ryan Stegman right over there. So that's pretty cool. Very excited to have met them. They're pretty cool people as well. I remember Dan Slott was like a big fan of ketchup chips, and like he was eating those every time I looked at him, because you can only get those I guess here in Canada, which is pretty funny. Next up we have Moon Knight issue number 1. Virgin cover, my very first Virgin cover, also my very first Comics from Bueller exclusive cover, and Bird City Comics cover too, so that's pretty cool, limited to 1,000 copies, so pretty sweet right there. Very excited for that. Next up we have Avengers, issue 57, first appearance of Vision. This is just a facsimile, as you can tell, $3.99 price cover, or price tag somewhere. I don't know. For some reason it says 12 cents, but it's not. Yeah, right down at the bottom. $3.99. So that's pretty cool. First appearance of Vision. Facsimile with the original ads and everything, so that's pretty sweet. Next up we have the New Mutants. New Mutants 98, first appearance of Deadpool. Another facsimile, not the OG copy, but if you can't afford the original, might as well get the facsimile. Original ads and everything, so why not? Next up we have the Uncanny X-Men 266, first cover appearance of Gambit and first appearance of Gambit in the story as well. Yeah, pretty cool. Another facsimile, as you can tell, $3.99 price cover right over here. But yeah, pretty sweet. Love that cover a lot. It's pretty sweet looking cover. Next up we have Tales of Suspense issue 39, first appearance of Iron Man. Not the OG, as you can tell, because it's in pretty good shape if it was. But yeah, another facsimile, $3.99 price tag in the corner here. But yeah, if you can't afford the original, why not get the facsimile with the original ads and everything, so why not? Next up we have Incredible Hulk 180, first cameo appearance, or first appearance of Wolverine, and whatever opinion you get, it's going to be either first appearance of Wolverine or the cameo. I think it's probably the first appearance, because he does show up at the end. You see him in the story and everything, so first appearance. So Hulk 180, first appearance of Wolverine. Next up we have X-Men issue number 4. Kind of funny, another facsimile, but it says 12 cents in the corner there, but it's not. $3.99 right in the bottom here. But yeah, first appearance of Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch. Pretty sweet looking cover too. But yeah, if you can't afford the OG, definitely get the facsimile for sure. Next up we have Dollar Comic, True Believers. This is a reprint of Amazing Spider-Man issue 361. First appearance of Carnage. That's pretty cool. This does not have the original ads, it's just the original story. But yeah, it's pretty cool anyways. Very excited to have that. Next up we have Venom issue number 200. First appearance of Dylan Brock as Venom, so the end of Donny Cates' run on Venom. And yeah, Eddie's son Dylan takes over as Venom in the new ongoing series coming out very, very soon, which is going to be pretty sweet. Next up we have another facsimile, Werewolf by Night, issue 32, first appearance of Moon Knight. So that's pretty sweet right here. Pretty sweet looking cover too. But yeah, I've been loving the current series. Is only on 2 issues deep right now, but it's been really, really good. Next up we have Amazing Spider-Man 700. This is second printing. I missed out on the first printing, still on the hunt for one. But yeah, very, very cool. Homage to Amazing Spider-Man 300. But yeah, got Doc Ock spinning around there. It's pretty sweet. But yeah, I'm very excited to have that covered by Humberto Ramos. Next up, we have Daredevil issue number 1. This is from the Chip Zdarsky run. This is a lot of fun. Definitely check it out if you haven't already. It is ending soon, unfortunately, but yeah, it's on issue 33, and it is ending on 36, I believe. So definitely check it out if you can. It is a lot of fun. Next up, we have Thor issue number 5 from the Donny Cates run. First appearance of the Black Winter, who was supposed to be this big bad guy. Turned out to be nothing at all, but for some reason it's up there in price still, which is kind of weird. But anyways, we got issue number 5 of Thor, first appearance of the Black Winter. Next up, we have Daredevil issue 25 from the Chip Zdarsky run, first printing, and is the first appearance of Elektra as Daredevil. That's pretty sweet right here. So very excited to have this cover and copy as well, first printing. Very happy to have it. Next up, we have Strange Academy issue number 1. This is the Scotty Young cover, and yeah, a lot of people picked up issue number 1 because of all the first appearances. But if you stick around to read the actual story, it is a lot of fun, and it's really, really good. So definitely check it out if you can. It's only 12 issues deep so far, so definitely check it out. Next up, we have Amazing Spider-Man issue 17 from the Nick Spencer run. This is more personal value because it is signed by Humberto Ramos. Can't really see, but it's signature right there. Met him at a con, same con I met Donny Cates at. Yeah, he's really, really cool too. Very excited. But yeah, I got him to sign this cover because I love this cover. It looks pretty sweet with all the heads in the background. Raven sitting there. Pretty cool. Next up, we have Sinister War issue number 1 by David Nakayama cover. And this is my very first 1 in 25 cover or my second one, so that's more of a personal value. But and also my first David Nakayama cover as well. So very, very excited to get this, and it's like a homage to a pinup that Steve Ditko did. And yeah, it's pretty sweet looking right there. Very happy to have that. Next up, we have Stray Dogs issue number 1. This is the first printing as well. Very happy to have this and paid cover price too, because apparently it's like shot up in value from all those like variant covers, the horror movie ones. But yeah, I have the first printing, paid cover price, and it was a lot of fun. Can't wait to read the next sequel series that's coming out hopefully soon. Maybe next year, I'm not too sure. But next up, we have The Amazing Spider-Man 252, another facsimile, $3.99 price, tag up in the corner here. But yeah, first appearance of the black suit, symbiote suit right there. But yeah, there's a lot of different covers, or not covers, but there's like 4 different ones, because like you got Secret War, which is the origin and all that. But this is the first appearance, I guess, of the black suit, symbiote suit. Pretty sweet. Next up, we have another What If. What if Jane Thor? Oh my goodness. What if Jane Foster had found the hammer of Thor? And this is from one of the What If issues. I'm not too sure which one, but yeah, this is another True Believers dollar issue right here, guys. It's pretty cool. But yeah, if you can't afford the original copy, might as well just get the True Believers version. Why not? So yeah, only original story, not the original ads. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Very happy to have that. Don't fall over. Next up, we have The Amazing Spider-Man issue number 1. Another True Believers, just a dollar comic, original story, but not the original ads like the facsimiles have, which is kind of a bummer, but you're only paying your dollar, so why not? Next up, we have Spawn issue 300. This was a record breaker issue for an independent comic to get to 300 issues, so this is pretty cool right here. Got the variant cover by Greg Capullo and Todd McFarlane, so that's pretty sweet right there. And yeah, moving on, we have Daredevil issue 25, first appearance of Elektra as Daredevil again. This is the second printing, 1 in 25 variant. Very, very cool. And next up we have Daredevil issue number 1. This is -1. More of like a background story of just Daredevil, Matt Murdock, and I guess Foggy Nelson in college. But yeah, it's a -1 issue from the 90s, I believe, which is pretty cool. Pretty neat looking cover too. But yeah, issue -1. Next up we have Daredevil issue 25. This is a Todd Nuck cover. Homage to Amazing Spider-Man issue 300. Pretty cool. I know I gave one of these away to Magic Lasso during or for Super Russ's 1K giveaway. I have not mailed it out yet, but it's over in a box over there. It's going to be mailed out very, very soon when I get a chance to do that for sure. But next up we have Amazing Spider-Man. I forget which issue this is. First appearance of Black Cat and Amazing Spider-Man right here. Another True Believers dollar book. But yeah, if you can't afford the original, why not get a True Believers issue? This is more just like a cover buy, and it is I guess Deadpool issue 13. Very, very cool looking cover. I totally forget who the artist is on this. I'm blanking. But yeah, I just picked it up because I love the cover. It looks really, really cool right there. Totally blanking on the artist. But very, very cool. Next up we have first appearance of Stormbreaker. Totally forget which issue this is. One of the Thor issues. But yeah, True Believers. First appearance of Stormbreaker. Another dollar comic. Next up, or last one we have is Amazing Spider-Man, True Believers again, Amazing Fantasy 15, first appearance of Spider-Man, which is really cool. But yeah, like I was saying, just a dollar book, nothing too fancy, just has the original story, but not the original ads, but still pretty cool to have in the collection. So moving on, we're going to move on to another stack. I'm going to take that one away, get my stack of bigger banger books, so I'll be right back. Alright guys, moving on, we have the last stack of comics here. I'm going to be showing you guys, these are the big banger books. So we are going to start off with over here. We have a 9.8 CGC third printing copy of Daredevil issue 25, first appearance of Elektra as Daredevil. But yeah, pretty cool, 9.8 CGC, very, very cool. Set that there. Next up, we have Daredevil issue 181, first appearance of Wolverine. Just kidding. But yeah, Daredevil issue 181, 9.8 CGC, Death of Elektra, pretty cool looking right there. Pretty sweet. Covered by Frank Miller. Next up we have The Amazing Spider-Man, blanking on the issue, but Amazing Spider-Man, first appearance of Electro. Scotty Young variant cover, signed by Stan Lee. I got this signed like 5 years ago by Stan Lee at a con he was at here in Canada. Last time he was in Canada as well. Got the certificate of authenticity as well right there. Pretty sweet looking. But yeah, very excited to have this signed by Stan Lee for sure. So next up we have Daredevil issue 7. First appearance of the red costume that he wears all the time now, but or most famous for. But really, really cool. Very iconic cover right there. Pretty sweet looking. So moving on, we have Avengers issue 267, first appearance of Kang the Conqueror. He is apparently supposed to be the next big bad guy. He was teased in the Loki Disney Plus series. Yeah, he's supposed to be the next big bad guy in the MCU, so that's pretty cool. Avengers 267. Next up we have Daredevil issue 168. First appearance of Elektra, so that's pretty cool right there. Pretty sweet, covered by Frank Miller. Next up we have Daredevil issue number 2. I believe this cover is by Jack Kirby. Really, really cool. Got the yellow costume. And yeah, second appearance of Daredevil, second appearance of Electro. Pretty sweet looking. And yeah, very, very excited to have that. That's really cool right there. Next up we have another Daredevil. Daredevil issue 170. This is the first appearance, or first meeting between Daredevil and Kingpin. And yeah, first time Kingpin's in the Daredevil comic. And very big key issue, so very, very cool. Next up we have Marvel Tales number 11. This is a reprinting Amazing Spider-Man. I think it's Amazing Spider-Man 16? I forget now. Anyways, really cool cover, Steve Ditko cover. Got Daredevil in the yellow costume, pretty sweet looking right there. And next up we have Daredevil issue 171. So this is where they're finally like battling, really cool. We got Daredevil and Kingpin, iconic cover. Next up we have Daredevil issue 176, first appearance of Stick, who was the old man that trained Elektra and Daredevil, so very cool, first appearance of Stick. Next up we have, this is another True Believers book, is Daredevil issue number 1 reprint. It's only $1, but anyways, I can't afford that big issue, because just one page of Daredevil number 1 is like $400, so going with this one right here. Daredevil number 1, True Believers, very cool. Alright, next up we have Amazing Spider-Man 344. First appearance of Cletus Cassidy, who turns out to be, or eventually becomes, Carnage, so that's pretty cool. First appearance of Cletus Cassidy, very cool. Next up we have Moon Knight issue number 1. This is not the first appearance of Moon Knight, that was not Werewolf by Midnight book, but this is his very first series, so very cool to have, and can't wait for the Disney Plus series. Next up we have Daredevil issue number 16. This is iconic because it is the first cover art by John Romita Sr. First cover art of Spider-Man, so very cool right there, very sweet looking. So yeah, very happy to have that in the collection. Last up we have Daredevil issue 183, very iconic cover of Daredevil, and is done by Frank Miller, very sweet right there. Next up we have Daredevil 191. This is the last issue of the Frank Miller run, and very cool cover as well. Next up we have Daredevil 184, another iconic cover, very cool. Another cool Frank Miller cover. And the very last one is Daredevil 158. This is the very first work that Frank Miller did on Daredevil, so very happy to have this. This is really cool. If I do get to meet him one day, I'll probably have him sign this book for sure. But yeah guys, that's my top 50 comic books in my collection. Sorry it was so long, but thanks so much for sticking around, watching it. And yeah guys, let me know if you have any of these books in your collection in the comments down below. Give this video a like. Again, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.